Job security. Won't we hear a lot about job security? And if that figure is right, they're predicting 4.5% unemployment, 500,000 new jobs. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a key theme, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. Look, there's a couple of things. It'll be interesting to see the way the media receive this budget, because overseas, if there is a surplus and it's one that you can bank on in 2012-13, the rest of the world is going to go, Australia, miracle economy. Again, you know, only rich nation to survive the GFC, first nation back into surplus. That's not going to be a bad story in the international markets, but none of this stuff translates locally, partly because the government hasn't been able to own its own success through the GFC. I mean, they sacked their Prime Minister a couple of weeks out from an election because he lost the plot. A Treasurer that always has had difficulty communicating. Hasn't done a bad job in the GFC. In fact, 20 years from now, historians are going to be looking at Wayne Swan as possibly, in a transactional sense, one of the best treasurers we've ever had. But no one knows this stuff partly because he can't sell it.
I don't know about that. But the thing about the surplus is, though, because they have invested so much in it, it can't be a sliver of a surplus. It has to be, a really credible...
And the out years have to show it gets back to 20 and 30 billion a year.
It can't just sort of slide across, from the red into the black. It has to be a decent crossover.
Joe Hockey's got $50 billion in cuts ready to go.
Joe Hockey's also saying, which makes no sense at all, that when you bring in the carbon tax, it, according to him, will have more revenue than will be paid out in compensation, yet that's somehow or other hurt bringing the budget into surplus. Yeah, just going back to that welfare for work, there's no money to be saved in the short term for the budget by welfare to work measures, because they require a lot of spending. But people who are long-term unemployed, to get them into a job, you have to get them, as they say in jargon, job ready, that's training, and you probably have to pay employer subsidies. The same with people who are disabled. But employers won't quite reasonably take people on they think can't do the job unless they get some other assistance.